very important in a relationship because there are other things I can check. I can mark good on my list and like I'm checking all those things. And then sex is terrible. And then you want to see the future with this person. Do you want to die in marriage? I mean, do you want to have complications going forward?
I have to like know if my man forever, like I'm going to spend like forever with this man, if he's going to be like very good, like smashes me well, everything.
Sorry.
It's very, very, very important. Christian or no Christian, when you marry, now, your wife now go their house. Pastor will just stay in his house and he does not even know what you're going through. You'll just be facing your problems alone. They'll not even do anything. They'll just tell you, hold on,
Pray. Let's get it. Is sex important for a strong relationship?
God, that's so dicey. I don't even know.
Because a lot of people basically like have a reaction when it comes to sex. Like people feel like, because the reason why they probably ask that question because they feel like it's important, And for basically in a relationship where you're looking at a committed relationship, do you think that having sex is an important, vital part of making that relationship a strong relationship? Because for me personally, I've seen relationships crumble because of sex. I've seen relationships go really well because of sex. I've been seeing people that they don't really like the guy, but sex is really good. And because of the emotionals and everything, of sex and everything, it just makes everything strong. So I'll throw it back at you. I'll start with the girls, basically.
Please.
I'll start with the girls. I'll start with the girls. You be quiet, Telema, so I'll start with you, basically. So now, what do you think about that? Do you think having sex is important? Or do you in a relationship, or you feel like it's not?
Okay, sex to me is very sacred. So if I have to be if I'm in a relationship with you, it doesn't have to be every time. Our bondage, our love, it shouldn't be based on the level of sex we have. So I don't think it's important because if it's a situation where I'm outside the country and you're here in Nigeria, we can't have sex. So does it mean that our relationship would not work or it's bound to scatter because...
But most time it scatters. Majority of the time it scatters.
People work
long relationship and thing. Majority of the time because of the lack of intimacy and the person you're there, you're being called, I wish you were here, all this kind of thing like that. And at one point you got to the point like, do you know what?
I can't actually handle
You get? Do you get?
We are emotional beings, we are also intellectual beings. We know that, okay, we are with this person. There are other temptations. You might see a guy that is hotter than your guy, your fiancé, but because you've learned to love that person, and this is where discipline plays out. Because you've learned to love that person and you want to be disciplined, okay, you can abstain. I mean,
for how long?
So are you saying so your point is that your point right now? Let's leave the long distance. You guys are together. You're seeing each other constantly. Yeah. Do you think having sex will be important to make it strong?
it should not be always.
I'm not saying having constant sex. I'm saying having sex.
Yes, because it goes beyond sex at some point. Communication, understanding, friendship. So the sex is not really.
Sex
Okay.
is just a
So
plus, right?
I'll
Just a plus.
just a plus. So I'll go one boy, one girl. So you ask your point. So you feel like basically it's important, right? But not a lot of it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Izzy.
Okay. I'll give it you because not all the time, like, you should allow sex to be the basic reason for you to be in a relationship because a lot of guys get tired of a woman, especially when you always bang her and all. So I feel like there are more to relationship. Like I feel like communication skills and understanding her more, knowing her weak points, knowing there are basic things you should know in a relationship. Is deep than sex. Sex is just the plus. Like sex could come in later, but basic reasons what you should know about your woman is other things you should know. You know what makes her happy, what turns her on. You know before you even go into sex, because sex is just the plus. So,
Okay,
so that's what I can say about that.
Okay, Michelle.
I don't know, I have two answers to this question.
Feel free.
For me, sex is important though. I'd love to know if my man forever, I'm gonna spend forever with this man, if he's going to be very good, like smashes me well. Everything. But then,
Sorry, just go back again. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I didn't hear that part.
No, I didn't really hear
what
it.
I heard is, but then they're like,
Choose your volume.
like, in the Christian doctrine, it says that celibacy too is good. It helps you, like, you know, hold on, do the right thing. You feel me? And I've heard of cases that people have been celibate, they went into marriage and it worked. And then that same celibacy, some men are like, you're not giving me coochie, I'm not marrying you. Because I want to taste. You feel me? So it's more like, I don't know, bittersweet for some people. It goes both ways. Some
So
people
do you think it's
some
important
people-
though?
For me, it's important though. Important.
Because
Because why not?
why not? What?
You have to like
Who is
know
it?
that. I'd like to like know, I like to kiss. I'd like to know like, can my man kiss well?
It's not
I like
sloppy.
his lips. You know that kind of thing.
I know.
I don't
You're
like
still going
how
to know.
like,
You're still going to
you
know all this at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
then
You're still going to know all these
main
things at the-
side of like
But it
everything.
shouldn't be the basic thing like that.
No, because
I know.
a lot of people. No. The question is not is it a basic
Is it
thing.
basic?
The only
Like,
thing is sex important in a relationship. It's not about is it the business most important.
Like when you guys are giving me dodgy answers.
Yeah, exactly. You're making it like
About
you entered married and all that
that.
stuff. So it's important. Chase, what do you think?
It's important for me.
Well, in as much as okay, let me just.
Everyone very quiet. Everyone like.
Yeah, because it's quite,
Everyone's like.
it's quite dicey. Let me make it as simple as possible. It depends on what your faith practices, right? It's not just about it's extremely important, but when it comes to the faith I believe in, because I'm a Christian, we have standards to keep. You get so. In as much as you want to have sex, but there are lots of things that can draw you back. You get. It's really important. There are people who don't believe in God. They don't believe in all of these sexual immoralities. And for them, I would tell them to always have sex, to enjoy yourself and know your partner. You get. But we are not allowed to. So we have to suffer the everything we are waiting for. We suffer it because I'm serious. You have to suffer it because it's very important in a relationship. I don't know how, but God knows all, and then He has a way to arrange all of these things. If not, I feel it's very necessary and important in relationships so that you know people have issues in marriages because of sex. Yes, you're trying to convert this person to be the kind of person you want, but it's not even working. Sure. You get so it's really important. It's very important.
Before I switch again, so you think it's this like with sex basically? I feel like a lot of people, you know that basically you can meet someone that you like, you love the person able to provide for your needs, you have all the chemistry, but then you now have sex, and it's terrible. And that will just clean everything off.
Possibly.
Yes.
Not possibly. It happens. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. I know basically a pastor who had to divorce his wife because they didn't have the same sexual compatibility. Yeah. Whenever he wants to have sex, I'm on the mood. And all those kind of things, if you know those things beforehand, you will not get married in the first place. That also comes in a way of, looking at, I don't want to bring that topic up yet. But let's look at the aspect of like now. So because a lot of people now look at, I like this person. He's good and everything. So people might even just have sex with you first without knowing much about you. But from the sex now, it now leads to other things. And obviously the other things that might be character and everything that might not put you off. You understand my point? Like, there's an aspect that people have been afraid to say the truth about. Sex will be important.
It's important.
Okay, let's go to you, Fubi. I know you want to talk. You want to talk.
Because the way they are saying it, people are like
they're trying to be cautious about like a simple, but yeah.
It's very important in a relationship because there are other things I can check. I can mark good on my list and like I'm checking all those things. And then sex is terrible. And then you want to see the future with this person. Do you want to die in marriage? I mean, do you want to have complications going forward? Like all these things do not make sense. So if you can check that you guys are sexually compatible and then you're okay. The sexual libido and both of them, like one person is high and one person is low, and you're telling me you want to be celibate before you get married. Everybody has a doctrine they practice. I'm a Christian too. It doesn't allow that we have sex before marriage.
Yeah.
But if personally I said I want to have sex before marriage because I don't want to have issues in my marriage, not knowing what I am going in for, like opening the gifts and not knowing what I'm expecting inside it. So, but for me personally, sex is important.
Okay, Kelly, what do you think about that?
For me, I would say sex is very, very, very important. Christian or no Christian, when you marry, now your wife, now you go there. pastor will just stay in his house and he does not even know what you're going through. You'll just be facing your problems alone. They'll not even do anything. They'll just tell you, hold on, pray. Giving you counsel and now you're dying. Yes, now you're dying. Now you want it. You want varieties. You want varieties, and she'll just lie down on the bed for you, and she'll not want to. No, now it's bad, very bad. No.
And then you like
sex is very and you like different varieties, and somebody wants to just lie down and
lie down.
No.
It's true about everything because the thing is this year, like I feel like basically when it comes to those sexual aspect, basically, like I said, knowing your partner's sexual compatibility is also important.
Very.
And then if you don't know, like the same way you're knowing if there's some things you can change, things you can already change. Some people can improve in sex.
Yeah.
As are people basically that they just don't like having this sex. And you are an very active person.
Some even try, but they can't.
And then exactly, and then some people are just like, I beg, just do it, and then when you're done, come out of it.
Yeah.
And then some guys are like, they don't want that.
they don't want it.
They actually want you to feel it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
it's psychological.
And then some people are there and they are quiet or whatever. So you need to
they start seeing the
know.
wife as their sister.
And then if you're not having sex and you're not having sex with that
worry,
person,
yeah.
Looking outside.
It's a problem.
You want to go look for the pleasure outside.
It's a problem. No, you start seeing your wife as your sister.
Yes.
But then it's possible. Over time you will.
so the thing is like, so I don't feel like, like maybe also look at it, I don't want to do it again till I'm married. Which is okay, and it works out for a good amount of people. Do you understand? But majority of the time, most of the majority, also 50-50, that you could end up being with someone basically that you can just completely, when time married, you just be like, why did I even do this?
Yeah.
Why did I get
Why, like, what? And she's the same person you want, person you love, that can take care of your kids, everything, but then sex is another form of happiness.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's so crazy.
And then, and another thing that, so a couple of things I know that keep a relationship, sex, money,
love?
and love. Most times, if one of them goes out, it can affect the rest of the triangle.
Love should go.
You know,
Sex and love should go.
Sex and love should go.
Can you see a look at Africa over?
But it's true about anything, like, even if you have all the money, you will feel that lack.
There are other ways you can satisfy you.
You won't, but no, in a relationship, no.
No, I mean there are people that there are lots of people that can derive
I mean, hold on. What other
pleasure
ways?
from sex toys.
Sex toys.
What
Sex
other ways?
Vibrators and
What do you say?
Sex toys.
Yeah, but okay. So you want to get married and be in a relationship. You want to wait for marriage. You're in a relationship. You did commit to a relationship and you're using a sex toy to satisfy yourself. Does that make you how? How does that? Okay? You use the money and you buy more sex toys. To do what? He will come. Hey, I'm home. Okay, just wait for me.
you get used to the one day now. You want something better.
It's true at the end of the day because whether you like it or not.
No, you get used to.
Most people use sex toys just to fill in that gap.
Yes.
Between that time and
when
their partner, or to also help out when they are not satisfying them. So, but I think that's a completely different topic altogether. But
even the sex, there are still guys that in the relationship, they still don't even know that their women don't come.
And they don't care. They don't even
We'll talk about this another
that's another topic. That's another topic.
But then again, if I should contribute, I feel even some persons that don't just rely so much on texting, get to know each other about only texting, come in and talk about it. If your religion or your faith permits you to have sex, please do, because some of these people are more theoretical than practical. They can talk about all of these things. You feel they are pro. Like they can tell you shit and you feel that they are pro, but when it comes down to practical, it's shitty.
It
So
feels like even if like you want to like do celibacy, and you know that like okay, I really like want this person to be my husband and everything. Like you guys should just taste it once. But now that's the problem with sex.
if you can't say it once and then leave it.
You're either walking away or you're coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we say in conclusion, basically, number one is the fact that it's okay to ask your partner the body count if they have a level of understanding between each other. You know the person is capable of taking that having that information.
Capability call.
So some people are still okay, not everybody is complete. Some people feel like it's not going to be asked at all in the first place. But most people feel like if you can talk about it if you feel like the person is capable of understanding you and open-minded enough to accept the information
So how do you
and
know?
deal with it. They say you know when you from different information you tell the person you know different things. And then we can also now say that in conclusion, I think everybody has agreed in a way that sex is important in a strong relationship. And then if obviously your religion doesn't limit you from doing that, obviously you do. But at the end of the day, basically, if you can and you're able to do it and then, be able to find out if you're sexual capacity. But again, being a virgin and being celibate is also a good thing too.
Of course.
So let's not try and use a socially part and try and demolish that part, because at the end of the day you can end up being someone you can actually learn and be part of and actually be even much better off than people who have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
So
True.
but basically I feel like so we should look at weighing all those options together. So that brings us to the end of our show. Thank you guys for helping and being around.
Thank you so much.
So please like and subscribe and follow our YouTube channel on Jsquad Global Entertainment and our Instagram channel on Jsquad Entertainment. And we hope we'll give you steady supply of different content. So hope to see you again. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Bye.